You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi. Welcome back to my show, the SeanDavieWay Show. Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh my goodness, almost 600 of y'all in here. Oh my goodness. And I haven't even opened my mouth. Oh my gosh, are we that amazing or what? Thank y'all for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. Please make sure you hit the like, and subscribe. Oh, it was wonderful. Oh, it was wonderful. I'm still really tired from last night because I didn't get back in until late from seeing Beyonce, but oh my God. It was amazing. It was amazing. When Blue came out, I was screaming so loud. Whatever. You would have thought I was a bigger fan of Blue than I was Beyonce. So I'm bigger. Yes. Am I nervous about what? About what, sweetie? What am I nervous about? Oh my gosh, I'm amazing. Hi, Tawana, sweetie. Welcome back. Oh, so but the title says SeanDavieWay calls Carlee Russell's mother, Talitha, live. Okay. I called her earlier, so we are gonna call her again. This is not an interview. Then put that like interview with no. It's not that. It absolutely isn't. I'm not a liar. This isn't an interview. It's more like a harass. This is a harass. Yes. I'm pretty sure this is probably harassment. But whatever. As the blogger, you know, it's our responsibility to get down to the T. So, yeah. So I never said this is an interview with an interview, exclusive interview with. That's what I would have wrote. That's what I would have wrote. We gonna call her, and you know, I'm call her back, and we'll see. If she'll answer. It's definitely her. It's for sure her. I'm even gonna play a clip of her speaking so that you can compare the voice on the voicemail because it's absolutely her. So yeah, so we're gonna call her. Like, girl, she's gonna talk to us. Like, girl, what's Tia? Like, I know you can't talk about the investigation. So, my girl, but you can talk about other stuff. Like, you can talk about like how this has impacted and affected your family, you know, and stuff like that. Because you're not going to put your foot in your mouth. So, I mean, that's what that word. So we're definitely going to give her a call. Why not? We're going to do that. And the other part of the title says, we all got questions, girl. I have a lot of questions. Oh, no, it's her. You know me, I don't crouch. I don't click that. I don't do none of that. No, it's literally her. It's her phone number. It is her. It belongs to her. It's a working phone number. It's her phone number because it's her on voicemail. So it's like, yeah. So I called her earlier to see if it was her number. I wanted to make sure that it was her number, and it definitely is. It is Talitha Russell's number. It is absolutely her phone number. I can prove it. I can prove that it is her phone number, and I have all of her. Yeah. So yeah, they don't get to harass us, talk about some bring my daughter home, and then your daughter come home, and then it's y'all weird. So we're gonna get into that. The other part of the title says, does Carlee Russell already have a child? Okay, so we're gonna get into that, but before we do, there's a lot of people going around stating like, you know, is Carlee going to go to jail, you know, and stuff like that. So we're going to get into that as well. And then after we get into all of that, we're going to give Talitha a phone call. That is what we're going to do. If she does not answer, we'll just leave her a nice voicemail. We're not going to cuss her out, you know, or anything like that. I don't feel like it's necessary. The world is already cussing her out. So yeah, it'd be nice to have, you know, a cute little conversation if she's willing. So we're definitely going to give her a call. All right, so let's get into the update and what's been going on with Carlee since this investigation has came to basically a halt. And let's get into if Carlee can be charged with anything with allegedly faking this kidnapping, or abduction, if you will. So we're gonna get into that. Yes, Mel Cruz, a phone call. Yes, not an interview. This is a harass. Absolutely. This is a harass. Maybe another blog was trying to call them last night as well. Oh, shout out to them. I'm doing this today. I don't know. I have no idea who that was, but I'm definitely doing it. That's what that word. So let's get into that. And now let's get okay, because it's a lot. Okay, there's so much. So we're just going to take it slow and just comb through everything, and then we will make the phone call. So that is what we will do. We absolutely will. Shout out to Susan. Thank you so much, sweetie, for sharing my life. Oh, thank you. So let's go. Let's get into this. So, woman refuses to speak with police after claiming she was abducted. Police are continuing to investigate why an Alabama woman disappeared for 2 days after reporting seeing a missing toddler. Now, before we move on, I want to bring this point up about the missing toddler. I think it's a really sad world when, even with this whole hoax of the abduction, that the police made it there that quickly because it was a white toddler. Carlee lied on the phone and said that it was a little white baby in the street. Okay, a leprechaun in the street, girl. That's what they were on the side of the house. And they made it there in under 5 minutes. Have we not been seeing all the viral stories about these little Black children that have been unalived by their parents, you know, and whatnot, and people trying to unalive them, you know, and whatnot. And then when the police is called, it's a 15 to 20 minute span of arrival time before they even get there. You know, when an infant, you know, a little Black infant or a minority infant is being hurt, you know, and whatnot, they take their time. But she called and said that it's a little white baby, although it was a lie. But she still says that, and they're there under 5 minutes. They're there. It's just like, well, whoa. Like, why couldn't, I mean, so I just think that that's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Like, even with it being a lie, they still responded how they would respond if it was truth. You know, with that's how they respond. You know, the little white toddler, a little white kid, you know, is in trouble. Here we come. You know, to get there, but then you call and say something happened to a little Black child, or a little Latino child, or a little Asian child, and it's kind of like they kind of take their time, you know, getting there, and whatnot, especially depending on what area that it is in. So I think that that is very unfortunate. Like, that's why when the mayor and the lead detective and whatnot, when they were all speaking from Hoover PD, I'm like, y'all still trash. Like, y'all still trash. Y'all made it y'all duty to make sure y'all was there under 5 minutes because she said that it was a little white child. It's like, I just don't feel like a minority would have gotten the same response time under 5 minutes. I just, you know, crazy. I didn't know the police could make it somewhere in under 5 minutes. I didn't even know that they could do that until this story. I didn't even know that they could do that until this story. I'm like, oh, y'all can make it somewhere in 5 minutes? Girl. But that woman, what's her name? Carlee, she called the police because this man pounding on her. And y'all want to come after he passed away. A lot of that could have been avoided if y'all were there within 5 minutes. 100%. So I'm, you know, here for like, but whatever. Let's keep going. So, Mary girl, let's get back into this. Absolutely. Not I believe her. Shout out to Justy Smellier in the chat. Go on, Justy. You saw Tyler too, Justy. When they put the noose around you, Justy, girl. You saw Tyler too. Shout out to Justy Smellier in the chat. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Not I believe her. What the world down. The world down. I'll leave that on the voicemail if she don't answer. The mama don't answer. There girl. Hey, Carlee in the chat. So it says authorities in Alabama revealed on Wednesday that they do not believe there is a threat to the public in the case of Carlee Russell, who claims she was abducted after checking on a toddler wandering down an interstate. Russell called the police on Thursday and reported seeing a child walking alone on Interstate 459. The Hoover Police Department played the conversation she had with the dispatcher. She said, it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper. Russell told the dispatcher, who asked what the child was wearing. After disconnecting with the dispatcher, Russell contacted a fake family member who reported that they heard Russell before losing contact with her. She was not seen again until Saturday night when she returned home on foot. Y'all forgot that? During a brief interview with the police, Russell said a man forced her into an 18-wheeler. She claimed she was able to escape before being captured again and taken to a house where she was blindfolded and forced to get undressed. She says she woke up the next day and was fed cheese or crackers by a female who was accompanying her male abductor. Prior to the allegedly being abducted, police revealed that Russell's financial records showed she purchased cheese crackers, girl, and granola bars. Russell claimed she was able to eventually escape from captors after she was put in a vehicle. She said she walked through the woods and eventually made it home. Russell was met by first responders and taken to a local hospital to be checked out. According to the Hoover Police Department, investigators had no evidence that a toddler was walking down the side of the highway. They said there were no reports of missing children at the time, and that no one reported seeing a child on the busy interstate. Furthermore, they said Russell searched terms like, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? Girl, before going missing. Police said Russell is now refusing to talk to authorities, but they note that their investigation is still ongoing. So I want to read that again. Furthermore, they said Russell searched, I'm not going to read that. Police said Russell is now refusing to talk to authorities. Okay? So now she don't want to talk. She don't want to talk anymore. Just like her mama and her daddy. They don't want to talk anymore now. Okay, they don't want to talk anymore. So, my girl, because it's boring, and we done heard this story over and Bueller. So I gotta have to make it interesting because it's just like, ugh, I'm so tired of reading the same thing ever. So, my girl. So let's get into that. So she's deciding that she is not speaking to authorities, that she is not speaking to officers. The detectives have been reaching back out to try to speak with Carlee, and Carlee ain't having it. She not feeling it. So let's get into what happens next in the investigation. What happens next in the Carlee Russell investigation? Police say they're still on the case, okay? There are still many unanswered questions about what happened to Carlee Russell, the 25-year-old who went missing in Alabama for 2 days. After she called 911 to report a child missing on the interstate, and the police continued to investigate with this during time. Police in Hoover, Alabama, just outside of Birmingham, said they haven't been able to follow up with Russell since her return on Saturday. So again, she is refusing to talk to the detectives. That's what that word. King Chris says the detectives need to leave this alone, or else the U.S. is done for. The USA is done for. They actually have to keep going. They don't have a choice. They have to keep going. Shout out to over the 1,100 people in the building. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So, my girl. Lola says, AWB, are they going to make her go in for questioning? They can't force her. They can't force her to be. I agree that an arrest is coming, and we're going to get into that right now. But no, they can't force her to speak. She would have to come in willingly and talk. So that's why, because if they could force her to come in, they could, but they're not arresting her for anything at this time. This is an investigation. They're investigating what she said. So the investigation isn't against her. The investigation is against her alleged abductor. So, and she is the reason the case is being opened. So they have to exhaust all options that she gave them about the case, like all of the case details and stuff. They have to follow up on all of that. The 18-wheeler truck, the house that she allegedly went to, the male abductor, the female abductor, all of that. They have to follow up on all of that stuff. Girl. So that's why they're still investigating, because they have to, until they literally exhaust all options. And then when they exhaust them, they're like, okay, this case is closed, and then they'll go from there. So, my girl, so let's keep going. So it says, okay, police in Hoover, Alabama, just like that. So to ask her more questions about what happened. Much of her account still hasn't been corroborated by police, including the existence of a toddler on the interstate. Okay, so even that still, they were still doing research to see if there is a toddler still. Like, they still haven't got to research that. Like, real. So Russell made a number of relevant internet searches in the days leading up to her disappearance by Amber Alerts, a movie about abduction, and bus tickets. Hoover Police Chief Nick said at the news conference Wednesday afternoon. Okay, so I'm going to skip a lot of this. Hold on. Wait. Am I skipping it? Am I skipping this? Okay, well, fine, I'll just read it. Without much of her story verified and without more information from Russell directly, rumors and wild speculation have swirled on social media. Russell was abducted by a man with orange hair and a bald spot, as she said. Did she have a mental health crisis, or was it all made up? Girl, how do you have a mental health crisis and you researching all this before you do it? So, yeah. I know I'm going to have a mental health crisis in a couple days, so let me research some stuff. Y'all got to stop it. Y'all got to stop it. This was not a mental health break. This was not nothing that you usually don't research that stuff. I mean, and still you research that as is. Like, what are the signs of having a breakdown? What are the signs of being depressed? What are the signs of being manic? That's that is the type of stuff that you would be researching, not the movie Taken. Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? Like that? How can you steal from a cash register without being caught? Like, yeah, that's not the signs of a mental health crisis or a mental break or just a breakdown or a midlife crisis or it's none of that. It ain't none of that. It ain't none of that. So yeah, please stop that. That's so gross. I'm like, please stop trying to make her have a mental health. Like, if that was what's going on, then it will be signs of that when the person sees it. That's why she's sitting there just staring straight, acting like she can't talk and she can't speak. She unresponsive. Like, oh, please. You want to unresponsive on the phone with the police? You want to unresponsive walking through talking buying cheeses and a natural battle ball? You want unresponsive when you was online cussing out that stripper? You want unresponsive for none of that? So it's just like, yeah, like, no, let's not throw something on her to make y'all feel better. Like, well, maybe if she had a mental health break, this would explain everything, and then everything could go back to normal. It's not. It's not. This story has rocked the nation. So it is. Just like Shanquella, it rocked the nation. So girl, that story, Shanquella's story still don't sit right with certain people. Me being one of them. So please stop trying to excuse her bad behavior. I mean, her mammy and her pappy is already doing that. We don't need any more mammies and pappies on the case. Like, first, hold her accountable. Yeah. Anything is possible, said Michael when I asked about the health crisis. A retired New York Police Department detective who teaches at John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York City. Keith Hoover Police Department's public information officer told US Today by email Thursday the investigation will continue with a focus of figuring out what happened during the 49 hours she was missing. We are confident that we will be able to do so. Okay, so it says, what happens next in the investigation? Okay, now the man didn't say exactly what the police do next in the unusual case, but said investigators are still hoping to get more information from Russell. So they're still hoping to talk to Carlee. They still want to speak to her, and she is not speaking to them. She has cut all communication with all law enforcement, the CIA, the FBI, the lead detective, all of that. They've been radio silent. Every time they call, bring, 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 they're not answering. So that's just what that word. That's just what that word. So if they don't speak to her, they have no answer. So at that point, they got to close the case. You know, she doesn't speak to them because they need her. Russell has the answers to many of the questions that remain. The effort to get to the bottom of this case is exhausting. We have not begun to count the number of hours and resources dedicated to this case, both from our agency and partner agencies as well. I cannot recall a missing person case like this in my time here, certainly not of this magnitude. Okay, police are likely running down all suspects of Russell's story to see if they can be verified. For example, if we were investigating the case, he would try and track down the 18-wheeler Russell said she was held in the trailer of, checking surveillance footage of the rest stops and truck stops. So they still have to do all of this stuff. They have to, like it's protocol, like they have to do it. So police had earlier said a single witness reported possibly seeing a gray vehicle and a man standing near Russell's car. Okay, so they have to investigate that too, because a trucker, I believe it was, said that when he drove past it, he saw a man at Carlee's car, and that in front of her car was a gray vehicle. So assuming that the man, a tall man that was at the vehicle looking inside of the vehicle, allegedly, and that could have just been somebody that just pulled over to the side of the road because they saw the car, which I don't understand that either, because I mean, unless the police had already left the car there, because what it's giving, after Carlee was on the phone with that family member after she talked to 911, she took off. Not it was but they say it was allegedly a car. I don't know. So that's what the man said. So they even have to look into that, and it's a witness, so they have to go by the witness's count. Investigators also may go to, but If I could ask Carlee's mother any question about this case, it would be, did Carlee's father call in to pretend he was a truck driver and said that he saw a man at that car? Because I don't get that. I don't get that. Because the police don't even have the witness's name. They don't have his name. It was a tip that was called in. So if nobody else called in about Carlee, out of all of those people that was on the highway, why would only one person call and say that they saw somebody by the car? Who called the police and said that it was a man by that car? Because only one person, and then the police, again, they don't have a name of this witness that said that they saw a tall man by her car. Like, now they don't know the trucking company he drove for or nothing. He just said he was a truck driver. He was on the road and he saw a man standing by the driver door of the car, and there was a gray vehicle in front of the car. But Carlee wasn't in it. And he didn't say that the police were there. The witness didn't say that. So when did this happen if the police made it there within 5 minutes? Why did the police see a gray car or a gray car leaving? That doesn't even make sense. I'm like, what? Like the police saw, they were there within 5 minutes. So what he heard, he pulled up to the side of the road, hop out the car, run up to her car, look in the inside, then run back to his car, jump back in. Because the police would have saw that. And the surveillance would have captured that too. The surveillance does not show any man walking up to her car. Where did this witness come from? Because the surveillance shows Carlee get out of the car, she goes to the passenger side, and then we don't see her after that. So where did this imaginary man come from, just like this imaginary toddler? I'm like, that don't make sense. And then only one person called in to say that? What? That doesn't make sense. So it gives that they had somebody call in, or one of them did, to keep the story going. Like, oh, we have a lead. They had no, because Carlee said it was a white man, red-haired, bald spot. They don't have the same description. That's not the same description. That's not the same description. And Carlee said that the red-headed man, that homie the clown, came out of the bushes as she was following the child. Although, while she was on the phone with the police, she said she was in her vehicle the whole time. She said she did not approach the child, and she could not visibly see if the child had anything on him, any bruises, anything, if he was hurt or injured at all, because she was in her car. So how did he snatch you if you were in your car? Because with her being on the phone and talking to the girl after she was on the side of the car, because remember, she was on the phone with the family member, okay? The girlfriend's brother. The brother's girlfriend, right? So while she was on the phone with her, somebody snatched her. How your wig and stuff get in the car? And by the car, if you were walking when that happened, you were following behind the toddler. Because you said that he snatched you, came from the bushes and snatched you. Well, act like he was checking on the baby and then snatched you up. She didn't never say what happened to the baby. She never said, because he didn't put a blindfold on her. So that means you could see. When he snatched you up, you could see. What was the baby doing when he snatched you up? Who grabbed the baby? Did somebody else? Well, she said it was a woman there, but she didn't say anything about the woman until she got to where she was getting to. That's when the woman was feeding her cheeses. So only one person was there, the alleged male with the red hair and bald spot. So what happened to the baby? And then again, you were on the phone with your brother's girlfriend. So when you got snatched, and how's your wig and stuff in the car? if you got snatched outside. What? Bruh. You just say you and your baby, you and the toddler were back on your way back to the car, and then he came and snatched y'all. Okay, that would have made a little bit more sense. But you outside near a tree in the woods, and then that's when the abductor comes out, talks to the baby, act like he's checking on the baby, and then snatches you up. Again, your wig and stuff would have been over yonder. It wouldn't have been by the car. Your phone, your car, all of that stuff. So that means that you would have the guy in the car and drop all of that stuff on your way to go get the toddler. A wig and everything. On your way to go get the toddler. Yeah, you're lying. You're lying. And then it's the tip that said that they saw a man standing next to the vehicle, tall man, and there was a gray vehicle in front of her car. When did that happen? They have the camera footage, the traffic cam footage. There is no man. There is no car that pulls over and comes. The police are the next people that engaged Carlee's car. And when they left started Carlee's car, they did not leave her car on the side of the road. They did not do that. They had it towed. So when did this man walk up to the car? Girl, la, 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 la. Thank you, Keeper, for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetie. So it's like, when did this man come to the car? There's a lot of, you see why the police needs to talk to her? This is why they need to talk to her, because it's way too many questions and not enough answers. Shout out to over the 1,700 people in the building. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like and subscribe if you have not already. I told you we gonna follow. Right, an imaginary man, just like an imaginary toddler. Just like an imaginary toddler, like, yeah. But let's keep going. So, investigators also made go to bus stations where she did internet searches for a ticket and checked security footage for her there. Many strange aspects of the case in Russell's story give doubt. He said, but police will do their due diligence. If her story is true and they didn't conduct an investigation, and then there's a child missing and there's a redheaded perp, that will fall heavy on their shoulders if they didn't do the proper investigation, he said. So it's like they have to do this. They don't have a choice, because if there's a slight chance that any of this story could be true, then they have to do everything in their due diligence. Because if not, it all falls on the police department. So there's literally a missing toddler out there, or a for real redheaded abductor, the community needs to be alerted of these things. That's why when they came forward with a press conference, they said that there's no immediate danger, or with this case, to the community, because people will panic. People will be like, "Oh my gosh, they're taking people here. Oh my God, we gotta go. Oh, we got. Oh, what y'all doing about this? Oh, police, they're over here. Can you keep squad cars like my house? I saw a redheaded man." So people will freak out. So that's why they try to keep certain situations on the low and try to hurry up and catch the perp, and whatnot, because the sooner they do it, the quicker the community can go back at ease. But as long as there's you got a baby missing and all of this stuff, all of that is scary. So people hear that like, oh, they taking that. And y'all didn't even know the baby was gone. Did nobody even report that? So that's scary. So it causes panic. So they got to do everything they can to prove that this stuff isn't going on, so that the community can be like, so that they can breathe again. But let's keep on. So, so what happened to Carlee? We don't care. So what if the police find out more information? Can't find out any more information. Police haven't been able to talk to Russell again as of Wednesday afternoon, 4 days after she reappeared. Says said Wednesday. We have been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators. Okay. Here's a black one. Didn't answer questions from USA Today about what the police would do if they could not speak with Russell again, or rather the investigation will close. USA Today has tried reaching out to Russell's family. Her parents told NBC on Tuesday she had been abducted and fought for her life. So Alcazar said if police can't talk with Russell again, they may there may be a point when Hoover police will have to decide to close the case because they've exhausted all leads. A quote, they're going to do their due diligence to try to resolve it in one way. So let's get into this. What can happen to her if they close this case? Because, well, they're going to have to. When they close this case, now a lot of y'all gonna be upset because sorry. So a lot of y'all gonna be upset because they really can't charge her with much. There's no felonies or anything that they can charge her with all of this going on, which is unfortunate. So we're going to get into that right now. Absolutely. Attorneyless crimes Carlee Russell committed during alleged fake abduction, shocked at no arrest. A former Alabama attorney says that Carlee Russell, who claims she was abducted after spotting a toddler walking alone, should be arrested for false claims and resources taken away from law enforcement. She says she was abducted and an abduction didn't happen. They say our citizens are safe. There's not an abductor out there. So they use every other synonym for lie except saying shala. Pseudonym except saying shala. Former criminal defense lawyer Eric Guster told NBC 13. As Crime Online previously reported, 25-year-old Russell called 911 earlier this month around 9:30 p.m. to report seeing a toddler walking along Interstate 459 in Hoover. Minutes later, she reported the same information while on a call with her sister-in-law, adding that she would stop to see if she could help. Traffic camera footage showed Russell's car hazard lights blinking, slow to a stop near mile marker 11. The family member reported hearing Russell asked, "Are you okay?" but heard no response as she sat out there and talked to her damn self. And then Russell, Days later, at around 10:45 p.m., Russell arrived at her parents' house in Hoover. And as they have said since the disappearance, police still have no evidence of a toddler walking along the highway. No other calls to 911 reported the toddler, despite numerous vehicles passing through that area as depicted by the traffic camera surveillance video. Police said Russell claimed she was abducted and forced into an 18-year-old since the house and dressed, blah, blah. Okay, so let's get into this part. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. Hoover Police Chief Nicholas said during a press conference this week. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember having any physical or sexual contact with her. She stated that the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by a female. The police said they have no evidence so far of the abduction actually happening. Okay. Guster stated that the search for Russell consumed the time and money of both law enforcement and concerned community members. He also listed crimes she allegedly committed, including lying to the police, theft, and filing a fake police report, a false police report. It's going to be much more difficult for an African American woman to be believed, and it may actually decrease the number of actual reports of things because people are already afraid they won't be believed, Guster said. So the most that she's done is lying to the police, theft, and filing a false report. None of those are felonies. So it wouldn't take, not much would happen to her besides like a slap on the wrist. I mean, they really can't charge her with much besides that. Yeah, and the $107, that was the money she stole out of the cash register. Because people were wondering where that money came from. From what I gathered, that's how much money was reported missing out of the cash register. So that was the money in her stock. The money in her stock was the money she stole out of the cash register. The age of consent in Alabama is 16. So with the age of consent being 16 and the boy allegedly being 17, I don't believe she could be charged with that either. I don't believe she could be charged with that either because he's 17. So he's a year over the age of legal consent. So legally, at the age of 16, you can give consent in Alabama, even if it's to an adult. Even if it's somebody 40, 50, 60 years old, you can give consent at 16. So I don't know how, but I looked it up, and from what I gather, 16 years old is the legal age of consenting to anything sexual in Alabama. So now I don't know if that happened in Alabama. From what I gather, he lives in Alabama, in the Hoover area. So yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, but I don't know. Anything over $100 in here. So I'm like, no, we figuring out a way to get her arrested. No, she going to jail. She going to jail. Did she run away with the 17-year-old? No. She was trying. Let me break this down too. Now, the 17-year-old boy has not been like literally proven. It's still allegedly, right? So I can't say for a fact, that it is true. But the rumor mill and around Hoover, Alabama, like if you go read a lot of their Facebook posts and stuff like that, people that know her, they're saying this about her. I don't know. So I can't say that it is true, but I can say this: her and her boyfriend Thomar, how do you say his name? They broke up quite some time back, right? So allegedly, when they broke up, she got recently pregnant by allegedly this other guy, and he's allegedly on the internet 17. Okay, they're saying he's a 17-year-old. So I believe that she was trying to get back with Thomar, and sleep with him so that she could say the baby is his. Because they were together on July 2nd. Thomar and Carlee, they were with each other. They were on video, and whatnot together, like as a couple. So when people say that, like, that they have broke up a while back, that is true. But them trying to reconcile, because he was not posting her, she was only posting him. He didn't start posting her again until she went missing. So that's when he started posting her again. But he was not posting her before that. So that's why I feel like she was trying to get back with him to blame the child on him so that people wouldn't think that she was pregnant by the 17-year-old. That is why allegedly when the certain information came out that she was Googling how long until you can tell that you're pregnant and what states allow, allegedly what states still allow you to abort the mission. When that tea came out, he found out she was pregnant, allegedly. So that's why he deleted everything she said and deleted her off of his social media and all of that. Because not only was she lying to him, she was basically trying to trap him. Okay? I believe when she reached out to him and told him that, I've been abducted, and all of that stuff, and blah, 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 stuff in my life and all of that, I believe she was telling him that as her baby daddy. Like, I'm pregnant, we about to have a child, because he doesn't have any children. So she's like, I'm pregnant, I'm about to have a child. Our baby, they took me and our child, and I believe this is why she wanted to go get the abortion during the abduction, right? Because if she comes back and the baby's gone, then Thomar thinks that she lost the baby. So that she don't have to get a DNA test and whatnot to prove that it's the other. See what I'm saying? And that's why she wanted to do it secretive. That's why she didn't want to go somewhere legal and get it done, because it would still be documented that she did it, right? So she didn't want to. So I feel like she went somewhere and to do it like under the table and whatnot, so she could just come back just not pregnant. Because I believe she told Thomar that she was pregnant by him, and she's not. She's allegedly pregnant by the 17-year-old, allegedly. So she wanted to do it underneath the table so that he didn't find out about. And this is the thing, a lot of people are saying all of this for a man, but it's allegedly not even for Thomar, or how do you say his name, Thomar. It's allegedly for the 17-year-old. Absolutely. Because they had already broken up, and they had just recently tried reconciling. I believe the reconciliation was coming because she stated that she was pregnant. And that's why she involved him and told him, because remember, he made the first initial statement. He made the first initial statement based damn near for her parents. Like, and he made the first statement because she contacted him first. Because he had baby daddy. So I believe that's why she wanted to go get an abortion under the table. So that he didn't find out that she was pregnant by this other dude. And so that everybody didn't find out that she was pregnant by a 17-year-old. I mean, she already failing nursing school, about to drop out of that. She's on, she popped them, her fled. So it's just like her life is, so that's the last thing she needed was everybody she lives to bring my attention. So yeah, that's what I'm gathering. That's my theory. I'm not saying that it's fact, but I'm saying because when a story just doesn't make any sense, you gotta try to do something to make it make sense, right? And that's the only thing that makes sense to me is that she lied to Tomar, and I even messaged Tomar. I messaged him and said everything that I just said to y'all pretty much. Hold on. I keep it real. Hold on. You see, girl. Can I show my DM without showing like everything? It's like, I can show you my DM. Hold on, let me pull this up. I literally messaged him. It's like, I'm sorry that your baby mama laughing. Sorry. Okay, hold on, I'll finish reading that in just a second. But I'm going to pull it up and show y'all. I messaged him and even said it. Hold on, let me show you. I will show you. I don't care if y'all see my game. A little guy. So boom, this is him. Fans or whatever. I said, hello, Tamar. My name is SeanDavieWay. My name is Sean from SeanDavieWay Show on YouTube. I just wanted to reach out and say, I'm so sorry, brother, that Carlee put you in all this mess. I think she tricked you about the pregnancy and you thought she was trying to work things out with you. Instead, she tricked you into thinking she was kidnapped and needed your help. Again, I'm sorry she did that to you. And I pray all is well. Much love, King. That's what I think happened. That's what I think happened. I think she lied and told him she was pregnant by him. So she was trying to get rid of the child because it's not his. And she know it's not his. So since she know the baby not his, brother, like, and when he found out about the other things that she Googled, and whatnot, like, oh wow, like you really get. So so let's get into this. Carlee, baby, does she already have a child? So actually, let's pull up her mom's IG so I can show Facebook so I can show y'all why people think that Carlee had a son. Boom. So shout out to Miss Cookie. She says, is she eligible for future money when this becomes a movie? I don't think so. I think this would be something she probably wouldn't profit off of. I would want to profit off of something that's embarrassing. The gays. Shout out to all of you. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So if you go to Carlee's mom's Facebook, absolutely, and you look at photos. Let me make this bigger. And you look at photos. If you go down, you see this cute little boy. Let's get into him. This cute little boy. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. So Carlee only has a brother. Now, Carlee's brother is older than her. He was the firstborn, and they are not full siblings. They are half siblings because his mom was not married to his father. Their mother's maiden name is Johnson, I believe. It's Johnson, right? Robinson. Lord, I say Johnson. Robinson. And his last name is Robinson, or is it Johnson? Robinson or Johnson, one or the other. But his last name isn't Russell, like Carlee, because Carlee was born, and let me pull that up. Carlee was born after him. Okay, so this is Carlee's older brother, Kamari. I believe his name is Kamari, and he's 30 years old, and she's 25. So he was born 5 years before she was born. And when Carlos and Talitha, the parents, when they met each other, he was already born, obviously. And so he was already born. So this is Carlee's brother, her actual brother, not that fake dude that was online saying that he's related to her. So she was talking to his girlfriend on the phone when she went missing. So this is her brother, right? Her brother is the one who actually has a child. She does not have a son. So the people that are going around saying that that little boy, that cute little boy is hers, that is not true. That is Kamari's son. And let's get into that. Kamari Johnson. Yes, that's Miss Johnson. So let's get into Kamari Johnson. Kamari Johnson, 13 things about Hoover, Alabama. Man. So as you see, here's the same photograph. Absolutely. So you know that's him. Aside from Hoover, he lived in other parts of Alabama, including Alexander City. He is Talitha Robinson Russell's only son. His maternal grandparents, Glenn Robinson Sr. and Lucille Robinson, are retired teachers. He and his girlfriend have one son together. Okay, so that is Carlee's nephew. That is not Carlee's son. So for people going around saying that that is not true, you know what I mean? Yeah, if I could find something that's the truth, I'm gonna show you like that. Yeah. And so that is her nephew, and that is Talitha's grandson from her firstborn son. That is not Carlee's child. Carlee does not have any children as of yet. She does not have any kids, and I looked into that. And so people going around saying that that is Carlee's baby. Stop doing it. That's her nephew, and he ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So yeah, 86. That theory, that's not true. So, and again, he and his girlfriend. So the girlfriend is the one that Carlee was talking to on the phone, and she has been dating his sister. Or the girlfriend has been dating her brother for quite some time. So they build a strong rapport with one another. And so that's what that was. Now we're going to jump onto Twitter and whatnot and get into some other things. But before we do, let's call the mama. Let's call Talitha. Before we do, let me pull up her voice so we can all hear her voice. So let's pull up her mama. Let's pull up the mama, not the mama. So let's pull up her mama. She's somewhat talking shit.
A breaking news update right now. It's just a huge breath of relief. Best case.
Yeah, that's not the mama. Not the mama. Okay, let's pull up the mama talking so we can hit a mama talking. No, we don't want to hit TikTokers. We want to hit a mama. Not the mama. So, who's that? Lily T. Go on, Lily T. Where is the mama?
Before you get this out, we're reportedly seeing a toddler.
Target in Hoover. Family member. Line was still open when
I didn't want to show parents off. Now they want to show they've been everywhere. I guess they sick of hearing the mama line again. Okay, we're gonna pull up the mama so we can hear her voice. You know me. The company people said it. Is that me? No. Okay, sorry. This ain't the mama. Is this the mama in the
Always west of it.
Oh, it is.
It was Thursday night. Talitha Russell, known as Carlee, was driving home from work on I-459 near mile marker 11. That's when police say she saw something that she saw so many people, and that's when everything changed.
At some point, she got out the car. My daughter-in-law could hear her asking the child if they were okay. The child didn't respond, or at least she didn't hear her respond. Got out the car. My daughter-in-law could hear her asking the child if they were okay. The child didn't respond, or at least she didn't hear her respond. Got out the car. My daughter-in-law could hear her asking the child if they were okay. The child didn't respond, or at least she didn't hear her respond.
Now that we've heard her speak, let's give Talitha a call. I'm about to call her right now. Hey, girl. She says her phone number, so it goes to voicemail. I'm going to bleep it out just so you know. Fully hear her phone number. Can y'all hear?
Hello. Yes, we can see, but please leave a detailed message after the tone, and I'll be sure to get back with you at my earliest convenience. Thanks so much, and you have a great day. Sorry, mailbox is full. To send an SMS notification, press 5.
Mailbox is full. We'll call her again. She says her phone number, so I don't.
Hello, you've reached 20565. Please leave a detailed message after the tone, and I'll be sure to get back with you at my earliest convenience. Thanks so much, and you have a great day. Sorry, mailbox is full.
The mailbox is full.
Notification, press 5.
5.
Your SMS notification will include your number 16124. Number now, or press the pound sign to send your SMS notification. Your SMS has been sent. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Bye. No, that is her number. That is her. That I have her, and I have her other phone number too. I don't want to call her job, but I definitely have her work number too. So yeah, but no, that's her. That's literally her, and I'm about to call her again. Girl, just answer. Get this over with.
Hello. 65. Please leave a detailed message after the tone, and I'll be sure to get back with you at my earliest convenience. Thanks so much, and you have a great day.
Absolutely. So, my girl. So, yeah, we said this was a harass. We said that at the beginning of the show. Y'all said that to say what? Y'all said that to say what? What about it? Y'all said that to say what? Well, I'm not calling her to cuss her out or yell at her or nothing. No, I know she can't talk about the case, and I know she won't. But like I said, she could at least speak about, at least to the public, you know, about all of the stuff that they started and whatnot, the community that helped them, and they turned their backs completely on the community after they've given them all of these things and whatnot. Yeah, she can talk about that. She absolutely can. Now, I know she can't talk about the case. So, and that's fine. And if I was truly harassing her, I would just let her number play so that y'all could hear it, so that all y'all could be calling her and calling her and calling her and calling her and calling her. If I really wanted her to be harassed. I don't want her to be harassed. I just want to ask her some questions about the impact this has had since they've come forward with it. We don't have to talk about the case at all, because I get it. Y'all put y'all foot in your mouth. Y'all did. Y'all could be face some trouble. A lot of you, depending on what, because we don't know exactly what. Because with the FBI and the Secret Service and whatnot getting involved, then there could be a whole bunch of different other charges that, because this is just due to like the hoax that she did. Those are misdemeanor charges, but this became federal. So who knows what other charges they could bring up on her. I don't know exactly how that works. But if they bring charges up on her for it, they're definitely going to bring them up on them as well, especially her mother. So that's why I said I understand that she would want to talk about the case. That's fine. And I wouldn't ask her about it either. But no, I don't want people to harass her and, you know, cuss her out. I'm sure they're going through a lot, and they brought it all upon themselves. Like, I don't feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for Carlee. But I'm not calling her, oh, you, and I'm not calling her to do that. I just want to ask her some questions. If she tells me to never call her again, I won't. I'm completely fine with that. I'm not gonna like literally harass her. But what me calling the harassment is because she don't owe me nothing. So it's just like, stop. You're harassing me. I mean, so it's, yeah. So that's why I said it, you know, in that regard. But I'm not like literally, like, I called her one time earlier just to make sure it's her phone number. And I listened to the voicemail, and I recorded the voicemail, and I played the audios from her doing interviews, and I compared them. I'm like, okay, this is her. You know, this is definitely her. And her voicemail box is full. It will make sense that her voicemail box is full. Can you imagine all the family and whatnot that's calling her? Absolutely. And I have Carlee's number too. I've not called Carlee at all, because I just know she's not going to answer. So, I mean, she, you know. Yeah. So I could call her too, but I just figured she's not going to answer anything. I'm here flip. So I was stalking. Well, you know, we stalking together. I'm not stalking by myself. You're here. We're stalking together, because if I'm doing it, you're doing it. If I'm doing it, you're doing it. Stalking is pulling up at people's house, putting out their addresses, putting out their phone numbers, stuff like that. That's weird. Like, so if I'm stalking, we're doing it together. It's a collective. We stalking. We as a group. As a group. Oh, who's in? Hold on, who's this? Hold on. It's enrollment for my children's school. Yeah. So that's all. I'm just gonna ask her some of those questions, and whatnot. And I feel like the audience wants to know. You know, who better to do it than us? It's how I look at it. You know, I'm a blogger. This is what we do. We get to the tea. We get to the information. You come from a different angle, and what not. So yeah, yeah. I don't feel like gross. Hold on, let me get Carlee's number real quick. Carlee Smillier. Let me get Carlee's number real quick, girl. And we can call Carlee too. Well, let me. Talitha. She got boom. Boom, boom. Okay, right. Look right down. Right her. 7 6 2. Some stalking, yeah. Let's stalk. Let's stalk, girl. Let's stalk, girl. Let's stalk, yeah. Let's stop. And I've never called her before.
Hey, this is Carlee. I apologize for not getting to the phone right now, but if you'll leave me your name and number, I'll be back to you as soon as possible. Thanks. Bye. Sorry. This is Carlee. I apologize for not getting to the phone right now, but if you'll leave me your name and number, I'll be back to you as soon as possible. Thanks. Bye. Sorry. Mail. I apologize for not getting to the phone right now, but if you'll leave me your name and number, I'll be back to you as soon as possible. Thanks. Bye. Sorry. Mailbox is full.
Carlee, you sound psycho on this damn voicemail, girl. Little piece of crazy.
Hey, this is Carlee. I apologize for not getting to the phone right now, but if you'll leave me your name and number, I'll be back to you as soon as possible. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Carlee Smillier. You guys want me to call next? Somebody call Carlos? You want me to call Carlos? You want me to call Carlos? It's not a problem. Since we stalking. A stalk. Do you want me to call Carlos? Because I can call Carlos too. Definitely can. So yeah. No one has to lie. There you go. Who's Carlos again? That's her father. That's her father. The Red Roof. You want me to call the one in Birmingham? Because that's where she was at. You want me to call the Red Roof in Birmingham? Because that's where she was. Or allegedly. You know, they said that she wasn't there. But her mom said that they went there. Because we can call that one. It's in Birmingham. The Red Roof Inn in Birmingham. You want me to call that one? Okay. Let me get the number. Hold on. Let me get the number. Send me the number. Let's call the Red Roof. Red Roof. Oh. Red Roof in Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama. Red Roof in South Birmingham.
Thank you for calling Red Roof Birmingham South.
What y'all want me to say?
If you know your Red Roof number, you may enter it at any time during this message. For reservations, press 1. For all other questions or to speak with the front desk staff, press 0 or remain on the line. Thank you for calling Red Roof Birmingham South. This is Angela.
Oh my God, hello. So I was calling to see, is there anything or any information that you, or could you forward me to someone, or maybe give me the contact information of someone that could speak on the Carlee Russell situation?
Sure. I can give you the number.
Oh, yay. I'll take that. I'm ready.
It's 877
Mm-hmm.
774 3570.
3570.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me try that right. My pen was going out. Can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
Sure. 877
Mm-hmm.
774 3570.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. So if you guys want me to call now, or you want me to call and do like a recorded interview with them and then come back and play it? Because is Carlee there? No. This was the hotel that Carlee was at. This was the hotel. This was where they said that she was at when the family, because the entire family came there looking for her. But both Carlos and Talitha went there looking for her. Mm-hmm. Y'all talk about them now. We want it now. I cannot with y'all. Y'all was putting me to work. At least cash at me or something. Oh my God. Y'all, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Girl, la 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 la. Girl, she had a stock. This is like a stock. So yeah, we're gonna do what the police won't do. So my God. So yeah. I'm glad I come fly me through. I'm glad you send me the number. So make sure y'all hit the like, hit that like. Y'all talking about do it. But this is what I'm saying. If they're not in the office right now, you know, because it is Friday. So it's like if they're not in the office right now, or you know, something like that's what I'm saying. Like, because then if I call and it's a dud, then that's boring. I want to actually like get in contact with them so that we can ask the questions. You know, the questions that because they can't tell us everything, but they can tell us enough. They can tell us enough to be able to like move forward with said story. I will say this: I may have an interview coming with one of their family members. I did speak to one of their family members. I reached out to them via DM. I didn't just like call them. So I did reach out to them via DM and they did respond. So we may be doing an interview with them. We may be. I'm not gonna tell you who it is because I don't want nobody trying to take my interview, her girl. But we did. I did talk to someone from her family that she is related to. And they do want to speak because they have questions themselves. Yeah, they have questions themselves. So absolutely, girl. So yeah, but we are gonna make these phone calls and whatnot to get to the bottom of it. So, but I'll call real quick if y'all want me to. See how far we can get with it. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully somebody's in and can speak to us. Hopefully someone's in and they can talk to us.
Thank you for calling the Red Roof Ends Crisis and Media Hotline. Please listen carefully to the following options. If you are an employee or franchisee of Red Roof Ends, please press 1. If you are a member of the media, please press 2.
Media!
Hi, this is Kevin Elliott. Please leave me a message and I'll return the call as quickly as possible. Thanks very much.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, this is Sean calling from the SeanDavieWay show. I am media, and I feel like you need to call me immediately because I have some information about the Carlee Russell case that may have transpired at the hotel, and I also have a couple questions myself. So if you could call me back at phone number, one second. I would really appreciate your phone call at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your time. So, girl, I told y'all, it's Friday. A lot of these people don't be in the office on Friday, girl. I does this. Like, I does this. Like, I does it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to, like, it didn't be a dud because they not there or don't answer, you know, or something like that. That's why I said 9 times out of 10 to be a recorded call because they usually have to call you back. I've done this before. So yeah, absolutely. That's why I didn't call and was like the hotel and be like, can you tell me anything about Carlee? They can't. But they do have people that work for them, their spokes, you know, people that speak to media. They do have those people that you can talk to. They absolutely do. So yeah. So I will record a call when he calls back because he will. When he calls back, I will record it and I'll come live and I'll play for you guys. I absolutely will. And so yes, I absolutely will, girl. Hopefully he calls today. Maybe he'll call back today. You never know. The day's young. So he may call back today. If he does, I will absolutely record it. And we will go live and we will discuss what we found out. But Carlee's mother and father, they both went to that hotel. Both of them in Birmingham, the Red Roof Inn in Birmingham. and with car fulls of people. In this 911 call, when they say 2 carloads of people pop up at the hotel, that is Carlee's family. That is her mother and father and their family members and whatnot. Listen. No, I ain't got a lie.
754 unclassified complaint 1466 Montgomery Highway at the Red Roof Inn. The front office, per caller, family members at this location saying they received a call from the female that's missing.
Family members at this location. So they were the family members. So they were there. They're said at this location. So they were there. So there is information that they do have for us. The media, the Kevin from the media team from Red Roof Inn. There will be information that they have. Absolutely. Here, flip it. So that's what that were, because they were literally there. And then the police are going to say that they pulled up and that is 2 carloads of people that just showed up. That is Carlee's family, okay? Because Carlee allegedly called them from the hotel. Now, this hotel is not far. If you listen to the location she says it's at, it's right by the highway that Carlee was on. Right by the same highway, 459. Right by highway 459. Right by it, okay? In Birmingham, okay? So let's listen to that when it starts over and listen to it in its entirety. You'll hear that the family was there and then 2 carloads of people pulled up as well. And they were going through searching, trying to search the rooms and whatnot and knocking on doors to see if she was there. So the family that came down there, 2 carloads deep, they all walking around, knocking on the doors, looking for it. Listen, like the family. Yeah.
754 unclassified complaint 1466 Montgomery Highway at the Red Roof Inn. The front office, per caller, family members at this location saying they received a call from the female that's missing, Carlee Russell. 754 family members are saying they received a call from the female saying she was at this location.
754 en route.
760 1851.
32, be advised, the child's now in the area of 3582 currently. The Red Roof.
52 1852.
26 of the responding units. I just spoke with the front desk clerk. They said that the family is not being hostile or anything like that, but that there was about 6 carloads of people there.
They said the family was not being hostile, but there were 6 carloads of family that were there. They were there, all of them. And he said that they're not being hostile. So they're not kicking it off or anything like that. They're all calm, but yeah, it's a lot of people here looking for her. Yeah. So we wanted to see y'all can hear say 6 carloads. This is why we call it the Red Roof Inn.
That the family is not being hostile or anything like that, but that there was about 6 carloads of people that have just shown up over there.
5-4 copy. Did the front desk have anybody check in under that name?
Negative, and according to the front desk, the message that the family got did not state which Red Roof Inn. They don't know if it's going to be Vestavia or another location.
Boom. So yeah, they went there 6 carloads deep and said that Carlee called them from there. And then when they said, well, what's the number that she called from or show us the number, that's how they were trying to figure out which location that Carlee was at. And then we didn't know. We don't know what location. We just know it's a Red Roof Inn. And why are y'all here so deep if y'all not sure that she here? It ain't like it's 15 different Red Roof Inns in that area or 3 or 4, so it's easy to get confused. No. It's just one. That's why they went to that one. There's another location, but in a different city, not in the same city. So why were y'all there? 6 carloads deep? Y'all came 6 carloads deep like y'all were sure that she was there. That's how y'all came. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's how y'all came. Like y'all knew for a fact. Like we know she here. We so sure of it. We 6 carloads deep. We ain't leaving without her because we know she here. She just called from here. But she wasn't there under a name at any room. Like her name wasn't. And she said that she was taken to a home, not a hotel. So why would y'all be at hotels anyway? Why would she be calling y'all from a Red Roof anyway? And then you know what the mom said? What Talitha said? She said that was somebody giving her a false lead. Oh, somebody gave me a false lead and even called pretending to be her. That's what she said. That's what she said. Talitha said that somebody called her pretending to be Carlee. I mean, Carlee. Mm-hmm. Carlee. Absolutely. That's what she said. No rhyme or reason, just, somebody, you know. It's like, what? Where do I have that? Where do I have that? I have that somewhere. Of her stating, she stated, actually, because she even said it in the interview, because the interview that they did, it was, I think it was on that we just watched. The interview that she did, she stated that people have been calling her with false leads and all of that. And that's allegedly why she went to the hotel, because somebody called from Red Roof Inn pretending to be Carlee. I said, girl, I know you're not. I know you're not. We were just watching it. She said that, because there's an article of it too, about her saying they won't be bullied and whatnot. I'm like, why lie, Craig? Y'all was all down there. You went down there like, so you don't know your own daughter's voice? Because that's what gets me. Because even if somebody did call you and pretend to be your daughter, you don't know your daughter's voice? You don't know her voice? You don't know if somebody pretending to be her? Or, because I know my daughter, I know all my kids' voice. So even when they frightened, when they sad, when they, I still know their voice. Like, even if they sick, hoarse, or something, I still know their voice. So it's like, what? That don't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. How can somebody call you and pretend to be somebody you raised for 25 years? Like, what? Like, you should have known it wasn't her. Like, that was weird. All this line right here.
459 and has spotted the little girl or boy that she said appeared to be 3 or 4 years old.
Would it have been out of character for her to stop for a child like that?
No, she's known to be
she has the biggest heart,
and she has a.
Thank you, Lorena. She says, like sand through an hourglass, so are the days of Carlee's. The soap opera is very similar to soap opera. Very similar to soap opera. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Right, it's just like you don't know your own kid's voice. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Big heart, and she does know not to stop for anyone, even a child on the side of the road, but she did call 911, and I think she kind of let her guard down, thinking that they were so close. And when she got out the car, she did tell my daughter-in-law, I can't just leave this little child on the side of the road.
Them fake tears is something else. Them fake tears is something else. Now I just can't leave this child on the side of the road. I thought she was talking to the child. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay. Ooh. Oh, let's keep going because I want to pull up that video too of Carlee and Tomar being together. I think it was July 2nd. They were together. They absolutely were. They were on video together. Gross. Okay. Where is it? Look at people showing up to Hoover. Look at this. Look at all of these people that showed up to search for her. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And they think that they just get to just be quiet. You got women that were there who actually lost children to kidnappings and all of that, and you sitting here playing with it. It's insane. Insane. Yeah, that's the what is this? Right, we just got into that. Okay, let's get into. I want to pull up. Oh, right here. This too. Did y'all see this tweet from her? This was in last year, and she said, "I need to check into a hotel for a few days because everybody has been pissing me off every day this week. Like, just stop talking and stay away from me for at least 48 hours." Ain't that what just happened? Ain't that what just happened? How stupid can you be? How stupid can you be? She also did another post that said, "Taking Two is my movie." It's like, wow. Wowzers. Wowzers. I want to find that video. I know it's on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter with stuff like this because they post like minute by minute for the latest. Maybe it's the latest. Maybe it's unrelated. Hurry up. Maybe it's not the latest because we're about to get out of here in 3 minutes. Because you know I try to keep the bit shorter, so not short. Try not to keep it too long. So this is. Why do I keep saying 2D? Okay, we already got into that. We are going to find it. There's a video that's circulating of them being together on, I think it was July 2nd. So she was definitely trying to get him back, you know, as of recently. Because it's like the sooner the better, since she's allegedly pregnant. It's like the sooner the better. Y'all and these memes and stuff, y'all are wild on the internet playing. Girl. These TikTokers too, they be going crazy for nothing. Shout out to, I guess that's it. I guess we'll go back to top. All right, so let's type in her other hashtag. Her real name, Talitha. Let's type in that one. What? No. What? Whatever. So I'll just screen record them when I find them, and then I'll bring them and I'll put them back up tomorrow. So I have to get out of here. Please hit the like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back to I don't know. I might come back to later on today. You never know. But we'll definitely be back tomorrow over here on YouTube. Shout out to Christy for becoming a new member. Gang, gang. Welcome to the gang. Love you guys. So thank you for being here. I love you all. Please hit the like and subscribe on your way in and out. Until the next show. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I really do. Love you. Bye.